You guys can see it's our, what is it, biannual. We do it once every semester. Our invite a professor to practice, and so we've got 30 or 40 professors that were out here today to watch these guys, see what they do in our classroom.
What's the response been to that?
It's been good. I haven't met with them yet. I go back over and meet with them in the facility to talk and answer all their questions, and so it's been good every time we've done it. So I can't imagine it won't be again. Music's too loud, those kind of things.
Is this something that's done a lot of places, or where did you first find out about it and decide to do it in your program?
I started doing it back when we were at Southern Miss. I mean, I didn't get it from anywhere. We just thought it would be a good idea to do. So we started doing it and just carried it over through here because it's been a great experience for everybody.
Classroom would be apropos to this week on the field because you guys have the week off. And what kind of stuff are you working on to kind of shore up?
Well, I mean, this everything we've done up to this point has been about ourselves. We're going back to the fundamentals and the techniques that we're going to need, for the next 8 weeks of the season. I mean, because we're on a stretch here that we won't have a break. So now we're going back and working on all the things and maybe tweaking some things and adding some things that we think we may need down the road. Tomorrow we will start introducing a little bit of Wake Forest at the same time, working again on ourselves, and then Sunday will be full on Wake Forest from that point on.
Is it pretty standard to have some slippage technique-wise over the course of the season?
Yeah, because what you do is you end up cutting back on your individual periods as you start cutting the practices back as we go to make sure these guys are rested and ready to be, so they can peak on Saturday. You start losing some of your individual time, which you don't get to get in all the fundamental and technique drills that you want to do.
Are you spending more time on special teams this week than you normally would in an open week?
No, we spend the same amount. We spend a lot of time on special teams every week. I mean, you ask all these other coaches, they'll tell you it's more than anywhere they've ever been. So it's the same this week for us.
What's the situation with the punters right now?
We let's see, how can I put this? Our punter, we haven't identified a starter, and neither punter has met our standards at this point.
Is it between Hunter Lint and Corbin Daly?
It is.
Open competition, whoever stands out is going to start?
You could call it that, yes.
Okay.
What do you think has affected that?
I wish I knew. I have to crawl inside a head to find out. I don't know. Same thing with if you think about Weiler last year. I mean, I don't know. We haven't changed anything we've done. It's just between that 6 inches between their ears.
Is that an especially mental part of the game?
All specialists, it's all mental for them. So you got to get some confidence, and something good's got to happen, and you got to build on it, or you got to be mentally strong enough to overcome the problems that are created.
Will you start looking at Wake Forest inning tomorrow, or is that next week?
No. We'll as a staff, we've already started looking, but we haven't introduced it to the players yet. Probably won't start. We'll probably do a little normal down and distance stuff tomorrow, but Sunday will be our big install for it.
What kind of things are you looking to improve this week? General things that you think this team needs to get better at?
All three phases. I mean, there's nothing that we don't need to improve in. I mean, you go back, you can look at the Georgia Tech game. I mean, we were below average on special teams. Defensively, early in the game, we struggled. Offensively, we wasted some series early in the game. So there's a lot of things that we need to capitalize on this week so that we can get better as a football team.
How does the team adjust from from an energy and focus perspective, from such a wild game last week to nothing this Saturday?
Well, we try to. I mean, that's why what we do, whether it's a win, lose, or who you play, all those things, we try to practice the exact same way so that nothing changes for those guys. They know they have to come out here with the same intensity level, and they've got to have a great practice, no matter what's happened behind us, because we can't let something that's behind us affect the future. So we're really trying to practice the same way and just keep that same level as we go.
I'm sorry.
If we do that, we'll be all right.
My bad. Is this a good time for a break for you guys?
Sure. Yeah. I mean, I don't.
Well, I don't
some
coaches prefer, but some coaches prefer later in the year, earlier in the year. Last year was kind of early for you.
I don't like. Last year we had 2.
Yeah.
This is the difference. This year we have 1, and so about middle of the year, is probably pretty good. So we're close to that.
What do you do in terms of helping the team rest and get back physically where you need to do? Is there?
That's something that we emphasize a lot. With our nutrition, our hydration, and then the rest and recovery phase of everything that we do, understanding that's just as important as any workout that we're going to do, is their rest and recovery. So we're constantly preaching about making sure they get 8 hours of sleep, and that's hard to do when you're a college student, but understanding the importance of that, hydrating, taking care of your body, getting all the extra treatment, everything that you can do so that your body's going to be in as good a shape as it possibly can be for the next 8 weeks, because there's no break after that. There's no break. And so you have to take care of your body. When your body breaks down, you stand on the sideline.
Do you think that extra rest outweighs any momentum changes that might come from this week?
I hope so. I mean, I'd love to be playing this week, but we're not. So, I mean, what do it's the hand you're dealt, so you got to make the best of it.
I know you said defensively you just hope for improvement.
Yeah.
You didn't put up any kind of metric.
Right.
How has it gone relative to your expectations?
I would say we've definitely improved. We've definitely improved in probably every phase, every statistical category, everything defensively that you could come up with. I think we've made improvements.
Did you see this kind of turnaround coming so quickly, you feel like, in your mind?
I was hoping so. I was hoping so, because I knew a lot of it was confidence. Again, y'all know the saying that the game's played on 100 yards of real estate, but it's decided in the 6 inches between your ears. I mean, that's it. I mean, that really is. And so much. I mean, it's the same guy. So much of it is just the change in between the ears, the mind. And when they did that, and you have the chemistry that we have, the leadership that we have, and the locker room that we have, good things are going to happen.
Take one more.
Coach, going into Georgia Tech, you put no stock at all into, not having won down there since '97.
Right.
But having won, do you get philosophical now and say, hey guys, this shows that we can control some stuff?
No, I don't change. I mean, it's the same. We're going to go into, I said before that the 15 team had never lost in Atlanta. They still hadn't. So, at this point, we've never played, this team's never played Wake Forest, and so that's what we're going to do. We're going to get ready to play Wake Forest.